We're from Botswana, Andrew Flatt and James Wilson, and Botswana, thank you, Honourable Minister. There we go. We've got a pretty exciting little presentation to show you, which I think has started. Good.
Go Flatty.
So our ability as the African tourism industry to have a positive impact on the environments in which we operate is profound. We know that, but we are not doing enough, fast enough, to reach what we believe is our full potential. Electric safaris are a reality. They are happening, and they are a step towards eliminating CO2 emissions from safaris. And the technology is there. So we're here today to kind of just talk to you and undress and debunk some of the myths that surround electric safaris.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. And one of those myths about electric safaris is that it's not going to be powerful enough. And I think it took a company like Tesla who actually elevated electric vehicles in the world. And my first experience in a Tesla, I had no idea I was getting into a Tesla. And the driver told me, watch this thing go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. And that thing took off faster than a Porsche 911. And I thought to myself, we could definitely have this in safaris. And a few years later, we launched the first electric game drive vehicle and an electric boat in northern Botswana in Chobe National Park. And I can tell you from experience, it's absolutely got all the power that we need. That thing gets through the thick sand of our country without any problem. It's got a forwards and backwards switch. It's got low range when you need it, and it's incredibly powerful whenever you need it. And actually, to be honest, the technology is ready, everyone. If any of you were at Conservation Lab, you might have seen the electric vehicles spinning around Stellenbosch. It's not cheap, okay? It cost us around $30,000 to convert our first vehicle. But looking around the room, there are people who can afford it, and we as an industry are ready to go for this.
Yeah, and malfunctions, breakdowns, these things happen. In any industry, they happen. But with the right contingency plans and backups in place, they happen with minimal disruption to your guest experience. And it just enhances that wildlife experience that much more. Our latest conversion is working like an absolute dream. And like James was talking about acceleration speeds, both boat and vehicle often outperform their fuel-powered counterparts.
Yeah, they're reliable now. And you tour operators out there really have that potential. Remember, when you are promoting companies that are taking their sustainability to the next level, you really are helping us as an industry make a difference. And if you look at these savings, this is since we've been operating for the last 4 years, those cost savings on fuel, if you consider the conversion to electric as your investment, that is your return on investment. Never mind the CO2 emission savings, and never mind the revolutionary things that we can do.
And the bigger picture here is more about the quietness of this form of safari, especially in comparison to a fuel-powered, a petrol engine or a diesel engine. It's just so much more profound experiences. And the technology has advanced so much. It's fast becoming more bush sturdy and reliable. So with the right people, with the right investment and the right passion, this is an absolutely sustainable undertaking.
And Albert's here today, by the way, you'll see him later. And it begs the question, is it sustainable? It is sustainable. To be honest, staying at home is probably the best way to save CO2 emissions, considering how much CO2 emissions you burn coming to Africa. But we need tourism to create meaningful jobs for the citizens of the continent. And we know that traveling to Africa has a profound impact on people's lives. It changes people's lives. And if we can show them what we can do in terms of technology and innovation, we can have a significant impact on the planet as a whole. And that's what our duty is.
Look, guys, it's here. Reality, it's here. Electric safaris are happening. We as an industry need to take this on and take a step to make a difference. Let's change the way the whole world views Africa. It's time. Let's get electrical.
Let's do it.